Okay, I'm doing a thing while we finish this. Options, sound. I realize, you know, should be doing some other stuff, but I'm really close to this thing and I really want it, so. That's not what I wanted to do. More live? Yeah, live, okay. If I close it now, then I won't be able to do it, but I'm almost there. So I'm playing Dead Cells right now. I'm sorry. Where is it? Oh, these are all just items. Okay. How do I get that? It says it's in here somewhere. Whatever. I'm pretty sure I can just leave this. I'll just pause it. I don't know if I'll though. Alright. Let me kick this thing over. Is this gonna mute? Can I mute this? For some reason my volume mixer. For some reason, Dead Cells. Cool. For some reason, my oops. The wrong screen is being shown as like my main screen or whatever. That's weird. But I don't like it. Alright, hang on, real quick. Let me go back to, let me make me big. And dump a stream thing. Okay. Open. So last we left off. What were we doing? Last we left off. This is what we were doing. So we just got done. Let me just put on both these headphones because I want to jam out this music. So we had just done quick auto cleaning of all the files. My throat is killing me on the grounds that I was singing way too loud in the car today. So now we're going to manually clean them. Not the quick auto clean, we're going to normal clean them. So manual X-edit cleaning. So we're going to come up here, we're going to open SSE edit. We're going to run that mamma jamma, and it's going to look just like quick auto clean. It looks the same, it's just the processes are different. So you see it's the same deal. It opens up here, gives us our modules to select to clean. In the plugin selection window, right click, select none, and we're going to start with update.esm. Unpopular, please hold. Okay. Okay, update ESM, select OK, and then it'll load it. Oh, they're talking manual cleaning. So background loader finished. Click the plus next to update ESM, which is up here. It says background. I know you guys probably can't see this super well. I don't know, but let's see. Also, I need to do something about my little bar here because obviously like the names aren't fitting in with the dragons. So I gotta do something about that. Make it so that maybe it fits. I'll ask Sam about it at one point. Anyway, so we click the plus next to update. It's file true, expand, locate, and press the plus next to world space. Oh, there's a big thing here. So we go down to world space, hit plus. We're looking for a bunch of zeros, 3C, which is the first one here. Good stuff. Click. We're gonna scroll. Oh no, what? Oh, Tamriel, it says it right here. So block 1, -1, which is right here. Subblock 5 -4, which is right here. Oh, good lord. BDC9, which is temporary. BDC9 temporary. I'm gonna open temporary. We're gonna delete record 00106 EAA. It's a navigation mesh. Is this the world? I wonder where this is. I'm trying to learn things, but I guess it's not super important. Anyway, they want us to delete it, so we're gonna click on it. 00106 EAA. It's right here. Click and delete. I think you can right click. Yeah, you can right click and remove something. I'm just gonna click on it and hit the delete button. So say, hey, whoa, hold on. It says you're gonna delete a module file. That's what this little pop-up says. It gives you lots of time to think about what you're about to do, because when you delete it, you can't undelete it. I mean, unless you got backups like we did. Oh, and then it's gonna double ask you, hey, are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure, bud. Thanks. Get rid of it. It's gone. I don't want it anymore. All right, cool. So then close Xedit by clicking X in the bar. Boop. It's gonna, so when you close Xedit after making any sort of changes, it'll show you, right here on your screen, right here, the list of all the files that you made changes to. And then you just hit OK to be like, yes, I did change those files. I do want you to say the changes I made to those files. Please get out of my face. So now we also have to do the same with Dawnguard. So it's going to be the same boat, SSEdit, hit run, just make sure, I mean, we would have already fixed this in the original. We would have edited what it says to be quick auto clean, but just make sure you're not opening quick auto clean because it doesn't give you the options that we need. Oh, hang on, I need to open my stats window up here in OBS just to make sure I'm not breaking anything. Okay. Right click, select none. We're gonna check mark Dawnguard. Now, see, this is what I was talking about earlier. When I check Dawnguard, it has masters in update and it has masters in Skyrim. So it's gonna automatically block check those, which isn't necessarily needed to know, but that's why it's gonna highlight those, just so you don't freak out when you do it. I'm gonna hit OK. It's gonna load everything up. Building and saving that sweet reference info. Okay. Background loader finished. That's our cue to move on with our lives. So we're gonna hit the plus next to Dawnguard because that's what we want to go into. We're gonna go cell, alphabetical cell, block 5 as per the guide here, right here. These are the steps we're on if you're following along in the video. Block 5. Sub-block 3. Sounds like some space prison stuff. Subrecords will appear. Locate and click on 00016 BCF. It's right here. It's red. It's not good. Red is bad. Red means that there's a conflict, I believe. And it's so this thing in Dawnguard, this reference, this whatever, this thing, this file in Dawnguard conflicts with update ESM. So it'll display all records associated with the record in the right plane. Scroll down and locate the XEZN sub record that refers to Riften Ratway Zone. ECZN. Oh, it's right here. Wait, is it? Oh, XEZN. XEZN, it's right here. Oh, and you see here in the actual records, it's ECZN with some numbers on it. So right click on the above record and select remove. So we're gonna right click. Oh, wait. Oh, focus up, people. This is why we read our guides. So one we're looking for specifically is 0009FBB9. Okay, so this isn't gonna work. When you right click on this, this is just the type of file it is. That's why you're not gonna see remove here. I'm learning things. These are going to be the records. So I think we could click anywhere over here. Nope. Oh, okay. I see okay. Explanation time. So this is going to be the type of reference it is or whatever. This is Skyrim, so we can't delete this. This is part of the main game. You cannot delete this record because it is in the main game. I assume maybe we can only overwrite it, but we can't delete it. This doesn't exist, so when you right click, you just have the option to add, no option to remove. This is in the update file. In Dawnguard, shoot, you can't see it. Hang on. In Dawnguard, the third column here is your Dawnguard ESM. That's the file that we can actually remove. So we're gonna go ahead and remove that. It's gonna give us our error that we love so much that you can't see because I handled this poorly. It's an error. It says, oh, do you wanna do that? I'm like, yeah, I wanna do that, get out of here. So it does it, bam. So, do the same for block 2, sub block 1. So we're gonna go back into big. We're gonna minimize all these. We're gonna go minimize, I said mouse. We're gonna go block 2, sub block 1, 0001 FA4C. This one. So this is the entire record. So I think we can remove. Yeah, so you just right click, this is the whole record, and remove. Yes. And then the next one is block 8, sub block 1. That's the entire sub block. So we're gonna go to block 8, open it up, sub block 1, right click, we're not even gonna look at it, we're just gonna add remove. Get rid of it. It's gone. Okay. And now we're gonna close X edit, we're gonna click X up here. You know where X is. You don't have to see it on my screen to know where X is. It's in the top right hand corner. Click the red X. It's again, it's going to give you the, hey, do you want to save these changes that you made to this file, dawnguard.esm? We're going to say yes, we do. So we click on it. It's going to do its thing. It's going to bop, unlock mod organizer. Bob's your uncle. Moving on. Get out of here, Photoshop. Anyway, okay. Now all the cleaning is completed to the files that we have. We will make these clean files into their own separate mods and restore the original files to the Skyrim directory. This will assist in future-proofing your cleaned files for the inevitable Bethesda CC updates that would overwrite your clean files with the original versions. Okay, so now we're gonna do some stuff. I don't know, Lexy was talking about this, not changing things or whatever, but. So I'm gonna do this off camera here real quick. C mod organizer 2 mods create a new folder called cleaned vanilla ESMs. In the Skyrim data folder, which we have right, open a new window, cut and paste following files from Skyrim data to mod organizer 2 mods clean folder. Okay. Update Dawnguard Dragonborn. So cut and paste. Cut. Paste. Hey, why didn't update come with me? Come over here. Cut and paste the backup files you created earlier, which are in my archive. Come here. Not in my archive, in my backups. Yeah. Into the Skyrim data folder. For the record, so the guide is going to say restart mod organizer 2 or start mod organizer 2. A new mod should appear called Clean Vanilla ESMs. If it does not appear, right click all mods, refresh. Just a little tip, save you some clicking. In mod organizer 2, you hit F5, it'll refresh your business. So I hit F5, there's now a mod that says Clean Vanilla ESMs. And I'm gonna activate it. So Does it need to be above? I think it needs to be above, right? Oh, I see. So it does need to be, well, so this little thing means it's overriding files. The files are here in the data menu. So like when you click on this, it says, yeah, it's affecting these. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So now that we've cleaned all the files, we should be able to run Skyrim through Steam for totally vanilla experience. Run Skyrim through the vanilla Skyrim profile in the drop down menu here. Skyrim Special Edition. Oh, no, I see. Through your vanilla Skyrim profile. Same deal. If you run it through here, it would be completely vanilla. Should be able to run it through SKSE right here. And it would be SKSE Skyrim with the clean assets. Moving rapidly along. So Bethany, which I sometimes slip up and call this Bethany, because it do. Good now, he says. No. Alright, anyway, sorry. So Bethany or Bethany, one of the two, whatever you want to call it. It's a cool program that lets you change any files easier and without a lot of mess and without a lot of saving, backupping, and whatever. So we're gonna go ahead and open, click a new tab. We're gonna download the Bethany standalone version. And you always wanna run it from its installed folder. So I'm gonna go here. Don't look at that. That's a shame on my part. Files. Bethany standalone version. Clicking manual download. It's good. I'm gonna extract all of this to my modding tools. All right. So from here, we're gonna run Bethany and verify change the following selection in the noted tab. If a setting is not mentioned, leave it in its default condition. So I'm gonna go ahead and open Bethany. Oh, yeah, run anyway. We're good, I promise, it's good. It's all Gucci. So it's gonna ask me to choose a game. I'm gonna choose Skyrim Special Edition. It says, hey, we want you to close MO before you continue. If you are running this through Mod Organizer, errors shall constantly strike your knee in-game for not reading the instructions. So I'm gonna close Mod Organizer. Say bye Mod Organizer. Oh, I should close that too. That's the game, that's fine. So we're gonna open that up. So here with Bethany, pay no attention to dead cells in the background. It's no big deal. We've got the changes window here, and then we've got this is telling you all the things that you did, the summary of changes. So it's like, this is where you do the work. This is where the work that has been done is informed upon you. So we got some info here, some stuff, some guide stuff to go through. In the setup tab, click setup. Select the profile you intend to use, which is, you know, where is it? Mod Organizer. Via the any path setting. Okay, so yeah, your profile should be auto detected. Wait, what? Oh, sure. So we're gonna use Mod Organizer Legacy of the Dragonborn Special Edition. Gonna restart. Sure. Yeah, okay. Whatever you say, Bethany. I'm gonna drag that back here so we can see stuff. Can I make it bigger? I can't make it bigger. Can I potentially zoom this in? I probably can. I bet you I can. don't know if that's helpful. That's more better or not, but God. Please hold. Some technical difficulties because I'm an idiot. Alright, so we're gonna move this up here. Perfect. And then, I mean, what can you do though? I know what I can do. Why I have yet to do it is beyond my wisdom, but I know what I can do. All right, so perfect. That's perfect. That's much better. We still have the okay. Pay me no, never mind. Anyway, so all right, so we got it set up. It's good. So we restarted it. Good. We're in. Good in the basic tab. Jesus. Click on the button labeled default. This will refresh the NE files to their default settings for your system using minimal tweaks. Click on the button labeled high. Uses more powerful computers. And click the ultra setting if desired. I'm gonna go ahead and click ultra because I doesn't afraid of anything. For the record, and it doesn't say to change it. I don't know if we should change it. So I'm gonna leave it alone. Actually, I'm not gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna set it to 1920, 1080. We'll see what happens. I'll ask Lexy if she comes in here later. Ooh, I just kicked the crap out of my light. Because I do have a 1440, that's why I was freaking out with that. But I want to play it at 1920, 1080 so it doesn't geek out too hard trying to run all the stuff. Verify that Bethany presets is checked. Recommended tweaks needs to be checked. Windowed mode needs to be checked. Borderless needs to be checked. Boop. FXAA needs to be checked. Anti-aliasing needs to be set to none. VSync is not checked, apparently. That's weird. Lock frame rate is not checked. I think the guide comes back and does this like in your video card settings as opposed to in the NA settings. So that's where this is different. So moving on to the general tab. Verify that intro logos is not checked. Yeah, we don't care about that. Verify that post-load update time is set to 2000. That is correct. All right. In the gameplay tab. Let's check in. Verify that over encumbered reminder is set to 60. We don't necessarily care about that. We don't play with the thing, but NPCs use ammo. I like it. First person arrow tilt up angle is set to 0.7. Third person needs to also be set to 0.7. Oh, that's actually helpful, I think. That might be helpful for me, 0.7. Because when I play in third person without any UI and I'm trying to shoot the bow, first person bolt tilt up angle to 0.7. That's good. All right, those are all good. In the interface tab, verify that Bethesda modding platform is not checked. Mouse sensitivity. That's correct. In the detail tab, here's where we're getting into some interesting stuff. Verify that the field of view is set to 85. Okay. Particles needs to be set to 2000. Well, that doesn't seem right. I'll do it, but I don't know if I'm happy about it. I'm gonna have to come back in here afterwards. Oh no, because I hit ultra. Does that have something to do with it? We'll see. I'll come back. We can tweak his stuff later. This is just the base install. Depth of field is checked. Wait. Yeah. Lens flare is not checked. Nobody likes lens flare in this game. Reflect sky is checked. Where is it? Hello? Hello? Oh, there it is. Reflect sky is checked. Ambient occlusion is set to full. That's true. Shadow resolution is set to 2048. I'm gonna come back in and change these later. Sun shadow update time is set to 0. Sun shadow update threshold is set to 2.0. Verify that improved shader is not checked. Verify that grass fade is set to 18,000. Okay. In the visuals tab, grass density set to 60. Grass diversity is set to 15. Wow. Okay. In the go back to the basic tab, save and exit. All right, we'll try it out. While Bethany does handle the vast majority of tweaks needed to the any files, a few need to be changed manually. This will be done via MO2's any editor. To access the viewer, let me reopen MO2. Which means I'll have to zoom this back out for your viewing pleasure. Okay, to access the viewer, click on tools and then any editor. So tools is going to be this puzzle piece that's coming out. Go to any editor. Once open, make the following changes. In Skyrim any, under display. These are alphabetically sorted, so D. F shadow directional bias scale, also alphabetically sorted. F shadow. So also, if you don't see, apparently according to the guide, if you don't see these things, add them, copy and paste them in. F shadow directional bias scale is currently set to 0.15. We're going to set it to 0.47. And we're going to go down under grass. B grass point lighting. That's not in here, so I'm going to copy and paste it. In the B's. I don't know if that's necessary, but it's something I do, you know, try to keep them grouped together. IMAX grass types per texture. The T missing for texture is intentional, not a typo. 15 is right. IMAX grass size is 60. That's right. We fix those in Bethany. In Skyrim prefs.any, under controls, we're going to turn mouse acceleration off. That might be nice. I never really noticed anything, especially like in SE, but won't hurt anything. Under display, as again, I just want to get like a core Lexy's Legacy of the Dragonborn profile set up before I start tweaking with any of the graphical stuff. F interior shadow distance 3000. F interior shadow distance 3000. That's good. Under grass, B30 grass versus 0. I know that doesn't mean versus, but it looks like versus, so that's what I'll keep it. Under main. Save on pause, save on rest, save on travel, save on wait. Ah, so we're completely getting rid of autosaves, which I've heard can bloat your game, cause crashes. I don't like it. So I'll leave the crosshair enabled. I'm assuming that the guide has HUD editors where I can turn it off in game, and plus I have my hotkey for toggling the whole UI on or off, so it doesn't matter. So I'll leave that stuff set up. Oh, it says right here. You may have noticed these settings disable all automatic saving features of Skyrim. Due to certain odd choices by Bethesda, it is advised that you do not use quick saves or automatic saves, and instead create new saves every time, especially in a heavily modded lineup such as this one. This is for new save games. Do not overwrite old ones. So you want to constantly, I believe, be creating new saves. In Skyrim Custom Ini, bam! The Skyrim Custom Ini is a creation of Bethany and can be used to overwrite settings in the Skyrim Ini. This guide does not make use of this functionality. With this in mind, delete all entries in this file. Make this window completely blank. You got it, boss. Save. Save. Just click it like 19 times. You're good. So, okay. I guess we're done here. SKSE dot, wait. Yeah. I only saved the one. I'm done. One additional file must be created to ensure that all works as it should. SKSE needs an ini as well, and it does not exist by default. Therefore, we will make it. In the MO2 left pane, here we are. Locate and right click on SKSE scripts. Open in Explorer. Ba-bam! You can't see it because I am hyper paranoid about my setup here, but I'm in opened in Explorer. And then when it opens, create a new folder called SKSE. New folder, SKSE, enter. In the SKSE folder, create a new text file called skse.ini. Yes, I'm sure I'm gonna change it. So it's set. So it's blank. So I'm going to paste in these informational tidbits to the file. Bada boop. Bada boop. Cool. These two lines will allow for the self-correction of rogue scripting updates in save games. Save and close the SKSE ini file, and then close the Explorer window. Cool. Done. Xload gen. Although mentioned earlier in the guide, it is vital Xload gen does not get installed in the main Skyrim SC directory or the mod organizer 2 mods folder to ensure the program can run correctly. So, we're still setting up tools over here. Look at us. So I want to open this bad boy up. Sheezen's Xload gen. We want Xload gen 61 and SSE terrain tamriel.esm. Download that bad boy. Nigga's gonna do its thing. I'm gonna download also this bad boy, which is much smaller and should take much less time. I'm going to extract this folder to my local disk, to my modding folder, to my modding tools folder. I've extracted it outside of MO2. I've extracted it outside of the Skyrim core files folder. Did we ever? I don't think we did. It didn't really explain how to install, sorry, I'm going up real quick. Did it? It might have. It's been 2 days. I've already forgotten everything. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and install a mod from our downloads. Where is it? Where is it? Show in folder. Yeah, it's in downloads. I don't know why it's not. Oh, I probably need to put it. Let's put it in the folder. We'll just do it that way. That's probably safer. So we're gonna go to C, MO2, mods. We'll put it in the mods folder. We hit F5. Okay, maybe I'm stupid. Because I feel like install this own mod entry and mod organizer 2. And it does not give me, because it's an ESM file, it's not giving me the option to see it. Because it's not coming in as a zip file, it's just the ESM. Should I put it into an archive? We will see. I will add it to an archive. Then I will still not see it. Install mod. No, there it goes. That's not what I want to do though. I want to call it SSE Terrain Tamriel ESM. Hit OK. So I have installed it. Okay, anyway, it's installed. Activate the mod, but ensure the ESM in the right pane is disabled until it's needed. So I've activated it. You'll see that the ESM is over here, and I will de-enable it, or whatever. Cool. And then extract contents. Yep, I did that using the earlier provided instructions. The arguments line. Okay, so I need to add xloadgen in here, which we are going to do thus with the plus. Add from file. It's going to open up my. God, I wish you would stop looking at that. Nosy. You guys are nosy. I'm going to go to my modding folder, my modding tools folder, my xloadgen folder, and xloadgen.exe. Negative. xloadgen x64.exe. I'm going to select that. Now it gives me a, let me see it here. It gives me an argument to put in minus SSE space minus O colon, and we're going to go C slash SSE login underscore output. Cool. And argument, right? I feel like that looks correct. Oh, no. Ian, I know how to do this. I don't know why I'm like reading it literally and freaking out about it. Okay. So I hit apply, I hit OK. Dindalod or Dindalod, however you want to say it. So we're going to close these two. Bada bing, bada bam. Open her up. We're going to download Dindalod. This is like a dramatic bum 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 bum. Okay, so we're gonna manually download, close that, open this, extract it to, if you guessed my modding tools folder, you are correct. Once it's extracted, open mod organizer, make another executable. For TextGen 64 and Dindalod 64. I didn't realize XLODGen, I don't know what that was. I don't know what that's for. So I guess we'll see. So we're gonna go to modding tools, Dindalod. So TextGen 64, open, and just put SSE into the arguments. Apply. And we're gonna open add from file, same deal. We're gonna go to Dindalod 64, open SSE. Okay, so now we have just a whole bunch of stuff. Correct a colon in XLODGen argument. What? I did not. No, it's there. Minus O colon. Oh, C colon. I see. You're right. I'm sorry. Also, I'm doubly sorry. I just punched the microphone. Good catch. Thank you. So that's XLODGen, TextGen, Dindalod. Moving on to zmerge. In the previous step, we installed zedit, many suite of tools, only two of which we really use. Tool you use, select on the first window interface and line the program, so be sure to know which portion of the program you need when you load up zedit. We'll now set up zmerge to properly create merge mods late in the guide process. Run zedit. Now I suspect it's going to open full screen. Yeah. Can I make it not full screen? No, but I can do this. Just cover up half my other window. In the window that opens, select zmerge. So zmerge here. And the profile you wish to use. So Skyrim Special Edition. Yep, that's the only program I have. Hit start session. It's going to open up the window. How do I... Okay, this big window opened up that I can't show you the whole thing of. Can I do that? No, I can't do that. So I'll include an actual screenshot. I'll hit print screen right here and save that in the video, like when we edit. There's some gears in the upper right corner. And click the gear, it's gonna open this window I can show you. Fantastic. The settings to the program. In the left pane, we're going to click on integration settings. In the right pane under mod manager, we're going to select MO2. The MO2 instance is going to be portable. The path, we're going to set it to the main MO2 install folder, which is going to be C MO2 select. And the mod manager mods path, which is going to be C MO2 mods. In the left pane, click on merge settings. Under merge output path, fill in the file path where your MO2 mods folder is. Okay, that's checked. Uncheck disable plugins. Click on archive creation settings. In the right pane under advanced, minimum files per archive to... Okay, well that seems excessive, but sure. Create texture archive is not checked. Click on Okay, and then close the merge. Good stuff. Good stuff. ENB installation. So we're gonna download ourselves an ENB. So we want version 0.4, 0.9 for Elder Scrolls Skyrim SE. Manually download the archive, pull out the D3 compiler, 46 ELE, and then D whatever, and put them into the main directory. Okay, so I'm gonna scroll to download here. Gonna wait momentarily. There's a hiccup on somebody's internet. I'm gonna open this folder up. So you gotta go into wrapper version. Let me see, do I still have? Let me just go here. So we're gonna, so I have right now, I have my Skyrim Special Edition folder open. And this right here is gonna be the wrapper version folder inside the ENB series. So I need D3 compiler 46e.dll and D3.d11.dll. So I'm going to control click so I have both of those selected, and then I'm just simply going to drag those files into my Skyrim folder, the main folder, not the data folder. So you see they're highlighted, it's going to put them in there. Good to go. Close that because we don't need it. Minimize that because we probably will need it. So those are good. So the ENB preset, and again, I am almost certainly going to change the ENB preset later because there's a weather mod preset that I really want to try. But for the stock core, we have the profile set here. We'll duplicate it later. We'll do all that stuff. But for the stock core thing, we're going to download this guy. Now, one thing, and I'll talk to Lexy about it. I'll just ask because I don't know. ENB man, I don't know how it works necessarily, but I know that I've used it in the past to toggle between different ENB presets. So that's something I want to talk about. So main files, LotD version 4. Manual download. It's kind of like MO2 in that the files themselves, you don't screw around with the files in your Skyrim folder, you screw around with them in ENB man, and it injects the ENB files into Skyrim when you go to play. So so for this, we extract from the archive the ENB series folder. Extract these to the main Skyrim directory, which I left open because I knew better. So I'm just going to drop this in there. And so now we have an ENB series folder, we have an ENB local folder, and we have an ENB series ini. Close that. Special installation. Once installed, open Skyrim ini and change the following. If the value doesn't exist, then add them. We could do this in MO2. We could do it here in oh, apparently we'll do it in MO2. Minimize this. We'll go to tools, ini editor. So we're back in Skyrim ini here. I'm not going to zoom this back in. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know. I'm just going through the steps as I go. Special installation once installed. If that doesn't exist, add down display. Oh, it shouldn't bother it? Okay. Well, moving forward, like I said, I just want to do as stock as possible. Also, good morning. And I need to do some more research on the ENB manager because like I'm not 100% sure when you swap that it's actually unloading everything and then loading in the new stuff. I've had some weird hiccups with it, so I've just kind of blindly used it. I have noticed changes, but I don't know what it's doing, and I don't feel super comfortable. So for right now, this is fine. F global bloom threshold boost. Nope. Okay. And drop it. I'm not doing super alphabetized stuff right now. SAIO bias. I don't think any of these are in there. SAIO intensity, they aren't. So we're just gonna go ahead and dump these guys here at the bottom. Where did I put that? What just happened? Give me this. Come on. Okay. Weather. Let's go down to weather. But yeah, I saw recently. A new weather ENB combo, haze, I think it's called. So I just wanted to try those, which I can do later once I know my game's not gonna explode. So then go to Skyrim prefs any. Find display. Again, this is all alphabetical. B enable improve snow. 0, that's good. F gamma is 1, that's good. B enabled is 0. One thing I might suggest, again, I have to go back through these and actually write my whatevers. Just swap these around. Like put this at the bottom. That way people, because this is all alphabetical. I don't know. Anyway, B use TAA is 0. B I B L F E enable is 0. B SAO enable. And again, we're turning all these off, and I'm assuming we're going to be doing them through a different, like we're going to be activating anti-aliasing some other way. B trees receive shadows, 1, that's good. Draw land shadows, draw grass shadows. Or shadows on grass, I'm sorry. Draw land shadows, yes. I don't think shadows on grass is in here. My old man eyes might not see it, but I don't think it's in here, so we're gonna add it. Groovy. Okay, so now, this is where we're going here, to the GPU driver. So this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's gonna we're gonna make the GPU into alias things through the whatever. So the final portion for the first setup part for this guide, set some graphics settings. I know some of the innies I hadn't used before. SAO enable 1. What? Oh, good catch. Sorry about that. Good catch. CS enable 0, SAO enable 1. Those are set. Save. Also save. Tell you my old man eyes. I won't close this. So now, moving down. Two ways to make these changes: by downloading a provided profile, making the changes manually. Video inspector. I don't know if I have this already. We'll see. It doesn't matter. Open, close, in files, download in video inspector. Gonna install it. I'm gonna put this in modding tools, even though that's not, not what it's needed for. It's not like I'm gonna be using the NVIDIA inspector for anything that isn't directly related to making games prettier, so that's fine. Download the provided profile at this location. I mean, it is nice that these things have all already been located and set aside, and I mean, I feel like that's almost certainly something that you're going to find with a mod list, is they're going to want to make it so that it definitely works for you. So load profile inspector, which is right here. My phone is ringing. Please hold. Just gonna edit that out. Anyhow, load video profile inspector. Use the search bar, navigate to the search bar. I think we'll just type Elder Scrolls. Yeah, Skyrim Special Edition. Okay. In the new window, in the toolbar at the top is an icon of a box with a green arrow pointing down. So export, import, sure. Click on this button and import profiles. Downloads, boop. Okay. Profile successfully imported. I'm just gonna check one thing. Frame rate limiter 58. Okay, so I'm good with it. Apply. Get me out. Cool. The journey of 1,000 steps begins. So we have set up the core stuff. I mean, we haven't really downloaded a mod yet. We have 3 active, but these are all, very basic, just so the game doesn't blow a gasket in our face. We got about another hour and 15 minutes to go, so maybe we can chuck through another page of the mod list. So here we go. Wait. Oh, it's loading, I see. It's like, why isn't it working? All right. So, page 2, the mod list. Hooray! There's some information about mods. The guide. Do not run loot until you're finished. Main files are installed as normal. Why is this? No. Oh wait, it does. Well, that's weird. I don't like it. Okay, it's probably better. Updates or hotfixes can and should be installed with its parent files in a single mod. So, unlike some other experiences that I've had, you want to merge all of them. So, I'm going to overwrite for the patches, hotfixes. Oh no, I see. I'm dumb. Optional files, miscellaneous files, and patches installed as a separate mod. Follow special instructions for these mods because with. Oh, how do you flip and do that? Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Let me readjust this again. I'm telling you, I was not prepared to start doing this, as evidenced by my complete inability to have it organized. But I guess that's the problem with doing it live. And special instructions are important for ESPs so we don't run out of plugins. Any instructions that direct you to remove a file or files from a mod that use an asterisk at the end means that all files. So if it's Helgen Reborn / asterisk, you want to go into all the files inside that folder. Okay, so extracting BSA files. There are a fair number of available mods that make use of BSA files. The guide recommends extracting them only if there's a dummy plugin associated, or the files in the BSA will be a part of one of the merges we'll create later in the guide. So I think another thing this guide does is, because you're going to have way more plugins than Skyrim will be okay with, so what you're going to do is you're going to unpack some assorted plugins and then repack like 5 plugins worth of files into one plugin so that you're staying under the limit and the game doesn't arbitrarily blow a gasket. So, extraction of files from a BSA will be done using Mod Organizer 2's built-in BSA extractor plugin. To make this easier, a few settings in MO2 need to be set. Note that these instructions assume that you're using the default MO2 theme. If you have customized this, the icons described may differ. Dark mode is weird. So we're going to go up here, we're going to click this, we're going to go to plugins, the plugins tab, which we're already at. Locate BSA and extractor here. In the right pane, double click enabled and set to true. Close the window. During mod installations, any mod that uses a BSA will cause a prompt to appear on screen asking if you wish to extract the BSA. Only click yes if the BSA tag appears for that particular mod. Otherwise, click no. Something I'm going to have to remember because I'm not necessarily like whizzing through this, but I'm definitely trying to be expedient and I don't want to screw something up later down the line. So, BSA tag. Alternately, I don't know why, it's just whatever. If you find the prompt spam a little tedious, you can deactivate the extraction prompt by setting the BSA extraction settings to false between mods that require the step. Converting old plugins. So there are a few differences between the ESP ESM files of Skyrim Legendary and those of Skyrim Special Edition, but the way those records are stored very differently. So that's the difference between Forum 43 and Forum 44, if you ever hear about that. It's just literally a flag on some of these mods that say, hey, this is for this game, and these are for this game. So you can use the creation kit to upload old mods, and you literally just save them, and they get marked with Form 44, usually. Hey, what's up, Odin? I appreciate it. Lurking in here ups like watch time and whatever for Twitch's silly algorithms. And the sooner I can get confirmation on like affiliate and stuff, the sooner I can stop streaming to 4 options at the same time and yada yada yada. yeah, so it's the difference between Form 43 for Ultra and Form 44 for Special Edition. These plugins must be converted using the creation kit. Some of the plugins are Special Edition mods, but they haven't been converted, so we still have to do it. There's one additional potential complication. In some cases, mods that require conversion have masters that are in the ESP format. The CK requires all masters be ESM files or be ESP flagged as ESM. So we can ESMify them through Rybash. So if we have SSE CK fixes installed, we do, don't we? We should. But we might have to. I'm not going to read through this entire thing, but I tell you what I am going to do. I am going to duplicate this tab and leave it right here, so that when I have to jump back over here, because you only need scenario A for conversion. Okay, yeah, I was about to say, I assumed that I have it. If I don't have it, we should have it. Yeah. So yeah, run the creation kit, file and data, locate the plugin, set as active, loads it up. Note that there will be a list of parent masters, ensure these are checked to be loaded. Click OK, it'll run it. Once the load is complete, save the plugin, close creation kit. So yeah, this will definitely happen a few times. And then we can use Xedit to verify conversion. Gonna be honest, not sure I'm gonna do this for every file we have to convert, depending on how many there are, just because then we're opening like 4 programs for one file. I generally trust Creation Kit to save it into Form 44, but the first few times we'll check it just to make sure it's working as intended. So Cathedral Assets Optimizer, so that's when meshes and textures are set for Uldrum, which it's really, you know, computer programs. They're not vastly different, but the format's different, so we need to update the format. New for conversion is I have a blank profile and only load, but I need to convert. Like in the creation kit, the profile? Or are you talking about in CAO? Oh, in MO2. Oh, okay. Textures. So yeah, so you run files through CAO in order to update the texture formats into Skyrim Special Edition. And then we'll get into it and you'll see it. It's pretty straightforward as well. It goes fast. One final note before beginning the download and installing of mods, pay special attention to the version numbers listed for the mod. In most cases, an older version number indicates the mod is updated since the last time the guide has been. In a lot of other cases, it's a deliberate choice. So apparently from reading this sentence, this is important in that some of these mods in the mod list were using the older versions on purpose. Either from conflicts, I know a lot of times the mods update, sometimes the creators will inadvertently break things or inadvertently break how things work with other setups, so something to pay attention to. I'll have to pay attention. When in doubt, check with the Discord server. They're good folk. The file names provided under files to download are the way they're listed on the Nexus page. So download exactly the file listed under files to download. Also, read and understand the mod page. I've seen some of these a few times, but I'll generally skim over just to make sure, you know, it's doing what I want it to do. Sometimes, because a lot of times I'll build my mod list, right, and then I'll want to go in and tweak some things on my own. So I've talked about this a few times. So make sure the core mod list is done, completed, everything's running, everything's good, and then I'll duplicate the profile so I can go in and be like, oh, I didn't really like, I hate A Matter of Time. I don't know why, but I hate it. So like I'll go in and I'll just remove it. So like going through and reading these are not just a matter of knowing what the mod does now, it's a matter of being able to make those notes in your head for later, like things you might want to tweak or changes you might want to make or whatever when you're done. Optimize texture baseline, performance optimized textures for SSE. So we're going to, I guess we can close this then. Open a new tab. We shouldn't have closed that. I'm gonna want to read it again. Performance textures 2010, 24, 1024. Optimizes Bethesda's textures for performance without quality loss. Oh, I forgot. So now we're actively loading things into Mod Organizer 2, which is helpful. So now when I download these mods, they're going to be dumped into my downloads folder. This is a 3.5 gig mod. This is why you're going to want Nexus Premium, because it will download then much faster. Can I see how fast it's downloading? I know it doesn't matter per se. Oh yeah, 15, 17 megs per second. So it's better. It's better to have. So I'm gonna beep this over here because we don't need to see necessarily all the info. And then I'm gonna ask some questions here too about like downloading texture mods and stuff, because I'd prefer to do that as I go, as opposed to finishing the core or whatever and then going back and re-upping the textures, just because I feel like I might unnecessarily mess some stuff up. So we're gonna let that continue to go. One thing I like to do, we're at the very top of this page. Oh boy. One thing I like to do is try to download as many of the mods as possible before I go about installing them, because I feel like I like going down the whole list, all the mods that I have to download. Pick the texture sizes for your system. Okay, that's what I figured. Textures aren't gonna break anything. And then, one thing I did want to ask you, because in Bethany, it didn't say anything about changing the, I've asked this before, changing the resolution. So I dropped it down to 1920 by 1080. And I wasn't sure if the GPU profile automatically did that, or if it was something I needed to change in Bethany. I didn't know. So I set it manually to 1920 by 1080. Again, I'm pretty sure it's not going to hurt anything, but it's just something I wanted to mention. SRO. So there's a bunch of that is set in Bethany. Okay. So I did it. All right. I did it correctly. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in here, open a new tab. I think is it ModDB? Yeah. So I'm going to, God, my poor hard drive. Like I was so excited to have like room in my hard drive again. Definitely don't. This one? Version 1.8? Yeah. This. This is the 1.8 update, so I'm going to start the download here. No, thank you. That was very loud, and I didn't appreciate it. ModDB. Okay. Oh, here it is. Okay. This Skyrim realistic overhaul 1.8. Pretty sure that's correct. I'm gonna open link a new tab, open link a new tab, open link a new tab, open link a new tab. Pray for me that I don't get hit with another one of these fucking advertisements. Download, close, close, download, download, close. No thank you. Close. Download, download, close, close, download.
What?
No. Okay. So I potentially downloaded this twice, but that's fine. So I'm gonna close these and let them download down here. I'm gonna go back and install performance optimized textures for SSE. So over here in the download section, it's pretty straightforward. Once it's downloaded, you're going to double click on it, pop, pop, and it's going to ask you to install it. You could also, if you really wanted to, for all of these, right click and hit install. It's still going to bring you to quick install. Either way, you're quickly installing it. Quickly. So I'm going to double click, pop, pop. It's going to be performance optimized textures for SSE. I am a weirdo. I'm very weird, and I don't like lowercase mod names. So I'm going to install it. Okay, it's going to go through. There's a little install bar. Oh. And then it's gonna geek out. And this is what we were talking about earlier with extracting the BSAs. It doesn't have the BSA over here, so we're not going to extract it. This mod contains at least one BSA. Do you want to unpack it? No, I don't. Now, if I hit remember selection, that would be bad, so I'm just going to have to do it for everyone. And that's fine. I think, can't you right click unpack BSAs without this thing? Hang on. No, I don't want to unpack it. So it made it. It's good. If I go to plugins, if I click here, oh, it's not going to do it. I thought you could. Maybe you can't though. Please hold. I don't want to. Can't enter the archive tab. That's a bit of a pain. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay, I see. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's kind of a horse apiece. You're either doing it under archive and going like, what the heck? Or you're manually like looking for instructions for doing PSAs from that tab. Well, I mean, it's that pop-up isn't going to be the end of the world for me, I don't think. I do think the opportunity to screw up and click the button accidentally is there. That's not good, but we'll make sure. We'll be very precise. So these are still downloading because ModDB is throttled, whereas Nexus is just like, go get ModDB is giving me some sassiness. I want to look at my downloads folder real quick. Yeah, it's big and in multiple chunks. Do you convert, like, do you merge them all together? Make sure. Oh yeah, you merge. Yeah, that's true. That's the thing too. If I didn't see it every time, I wouldn't double check the mod in the guide to see if it had to be done. I'm just very concerned. Okay, so these are the same. I was afraid that maybe I downloaded the regular edition. So I don't know personally. I'm not 100% sure if I want to. 100% sure at this point if I want to keep going and work around the downloads. Oh no, it's almost done. I'll just go get some coffee. It should be done by the time I get back. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some coffee. hot cup of coffee. Okay. So they're done. So now I think oh good lord, sorry. I think if I move these into, there's a folder, I can do something. Yeah, if I move these into boop, boop, boop. This is just personal preference on my part. So I move them into, oh, you can just drag them. I guess. Oh, you see what I've done? You see what I've done here? Let me delete these. Given Christ. I don't know why I thought that was gonna work. Just drag and drop. What have I done? How have I done, like, not just the drag? I don't want to talk about what's happening right now. Can I just install it? Oh, I guess it'll just let me install it. I don't know why it's trying to give me. Christ, Skyrim realistic overhaul. So now it's gonna install these. I think I'm gonna switch coffee to wine. Just really start boozing. Get some mimosas going. What? Hey, the little error it gives me here, it says, should I let it keep installing? I mean, it's going through. And just double check it when I get done. Because it says, information missing. Please select query info from the context menu to retrieve. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it installed correctly, looks like. So I can do part 2, part 3, and then the update, and just overlap them, merge all main files together with a single mod. Oh, manual. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Merge. I didn't do that with the first one. Think it's going to be a problem? Man. Where is my wine? I have ruined everything. It should. Okay, yeah. I was hoping not. Demo Modelizer is like the smartest. It's like modding for dummies. That's, I think, I mean, it can be difficult, but I mean, it's, for the most part, it's modding for dummies. And I think that's why like Vortex and Mod Manager got so much hate, is because like it wasn't as, I won't even say intuitive, because this isn't necessarily intuitive, but like it just does it. It just works. Is this green sleeves? This is Tetris. It's called, the song is called Temptress. Let me see, okay. Temptress Ode to Blocks. It's the Tetris theme song. I'm just going to, what I'm going to do is, at the end of every day that I'm streaming, I'm going to put the live stream just in its entirety onto YouTube, make some edits, make a thumbnail, just throw it up there, and then when everything's installed, I will go ahead and go back in and edit all of the live streams into actual, like, it won't be as structured as some of the other guides out there, but it'll be somewhat structured. Part 3. Nope, not eternal comfortable, whatever, that's... No. Ian, you fool. So I've been playing Dead Cells since like Christmas, because I like roguelikes. And I recently found, I caved and I Googled, and I hate doing that. I Googled for like spoilers. I was like, how do I do the high jump? And they were like, you don't high jump, you wall climb. And it explained how to get to the wall climb. And I'm like, there? I was there this morning. And so I haven't closed it, because if I close it, I'll have to restart and I'll have to make sure I get there. And I can't guarantee you that I will be able to do that. I'm gonna install this one. So it's lunchtime today, I'm going to be doing that. And I thought about yesterday either streaming with the mic completely off or just, you know, working on it, but no, I wanted to be able to stream the whole process just to show that even a boss bitch like myself could do it. So we merged it all. Launch Cathedral Assets Organizer. Did I? No, I didn't. I need to. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go vanilla modding, modding tools, CAO. I'm going to pin to start. Where is it? Where are you? There you are. I'm going to scroll up and I'm going to put it right here on the start button. Don't have to worry about it. Boop. So cool. It appears you are running CAO for the first time. All options have tooltips explaining what to do. If you need help, you can also join us on Discord. A dark theme is also available. I don't necessarily need the dark theme, do I? Pick the Lexy's LOTD SE no BSA profile from the drop down. Then run the mod through Cathedral Assets Organizer. So for this, you open the directory. You go to your mods, you go to your mods, you go to Skyrim Realistic Overhaul, you select the folder. And then you hit run. Yes, to always save unsaved changes. So you hit run and you go to the log and it does stuff. And it'll tell you right here, it'll say info, process completed. Cool. So, that's it. That's all we do. You close it and it'll autosave because we hit the other button. Yes, cool. Done and done. So now we move. I'm sorry, I'm trying really hard. We move on to SKSE plugins. These are very important. So we're gonna activate these. Why wouldn't we activate them? This version thing. Oh, I remember this. Hang on. How do I change this? It's -1. To get it to shut up. Oh, maybe not. It was 1.8 though. That much I know for sure. And then it's got the. How do you know that? You don't know that. There is no. It's fine. It's no big deal. I'll ignore update. There we go. Let me see. So, oh yeah, so we'll just start. So .NET script framework. Part of me, do you use, Lexy, do you use like the sorters for MO2, like the categories or whatever, or do you just use the actual category tab? So file, NetScript framework, Skyrim SE version 12. Because like you do use separators. Do I install them later? Or did I miss a step? I'm not saying it's not entirely possible that I completely missed a step. Script framework. Oh, it's not in the guide. Okay. I'll probably do it later maybe. Because I don't, how do I create separator? Essential SKSE. There we go. I'm just really big on like a place for everything and everything in its place. Address library. So we're gonna go ahead. See, this is the way I install mods. So like this thing, it says essential SKSE plugins, and I'm just going to download all of them until we get to whatever the next section is. So that's how we're gonna use separators here. So the address library for SKSE, so we're doing database for 1.5.97.0, that's what we're downloading. Database for 1.5.97.0, mod manager download. Do them as needed. You select a color for them. What? You can make them colored? Wait, oh, I'm already there. Close it. Install it. Select color. Oh my goodness, this changes everything. Sort of. I mean, I've never used colors before. What does it do? How does it do it? Oh, okay, I see. So it's just easier to see. I didn't know what that was gonna do, but I was really excited for it. So we'll do this. Okay, blue, doesn't matter. Bug fixes SSE. Version 2 is what we're downloading. It fixes some bugs with the game code. Yeah, I don't know that I'm that thorough with it. I know I like the separators. So is it right about users commercials? Well, I know the only reason I even know about it is when I did the Phoenix flavor guide, they have you make like folders in your mods thing so that it doesn't do this. It just makes like a big empty mod that acts as a separator, which is, you know, whatever. But I didn't realize like this actually install separator business was a thing. That's pretty good. Okay, bug fixes version 2. Downloaded. We're attempting to install. Please. Okay. Bug fixes SSE. Yeah. Oh, okay. That's what it does in there. Okay. Course a piece. Just easier because you're doing it from M inside MO2. Console util SSE version 1.2.0. So it lets Papyrus scripts, which are part of mods. Holy shit. To run console commands. 1.2.0. Oh, I'm dumb. Pay no attention to me. So the version of the mod that you're looking for is going to be up here. This for Skyrim 1.5.3.9 is the Skyrim version. I'm just being overly intense here. So I close that. So it's downloaded over here. We're just going to double click and install it. Okay. Copy and paste in console. Version 1.0.0 for Skyrim SE 1597, so you can copy and paste things into the console. Isn't it, don't you have to like, it's a weird key command. Do it, it's like shift page down or something. We'll copy and paste in console. Okay. Control end. See how it's close? Shift is above. Page down is next to. It's very close. Enchantment reload fix SE. So we're just gonna go ahead and open the tabs. All the mods on the page. Mod notes, this mod fixes the bug. Oh, you can change the key commands. Mod fixes the bug because weapon champions draining more charges, increase drastically in price after the game is reloaded. Whoa. That's no good. I want to do a documentary and call it It Just Works. Version 1.4, SE 1.4, here it goes. Okay. I'm walking here. Prevents NPCs from pushing you while you're walking here and have a chat with your friends. So like if you're in the conversation dialogue setup where it like zooms in, sometimes NPCs walking by can bump you and like shift your dude, and it's just totally immersion breaking. It's pretty awful. So just down the regular old I'm walking here. Mum's the word. This mod removes a stolen tag from worthless items you steal as long as no one notices. Helpful. Version 1.2.1 by Fudgy Duff. Yep. Private profile redirector SE, faster game start, so it caches the any file, so speeds up game start by storing any files in memory instead of opening, parsing, and closing the file each time some value from it is needed. I think this is actually awesome because yes, you should read every description of every mod, but it's also entirely possible for some mod authors to be a little overzealous with their descriptions. So it's nice to have these notes in here that's basically a summary of the description. SE version 0.5. Here we are. Bada bing, bada boom. Bada bagel. And Skyrim skill uncapper. This mod unlocks a skill level caps of 100, makes some relevant leveling tweaks. Skyrim Community Capper SSE version. So if you ever played Uldren with like Requiem or whatever, Uncapper was part of that. I can't think of a ton of. It's generally like a. Wait. Unlocks level skill caps 100. So does this mean redefine skill level caps, redefine skill formula caps, redefine skill experience gain results, redefine PC level experience gain results? So does this mean, because like normally when you get to 100 in Legendary Edition, you can like legendary the skill. It starts at 0, you remove all the whatever. This just lets you, gives you the ability to change your formulas, your gains. I feel like this means you can go over 100 without having to legendary it. Sure. Okay. Version 0.5, SE version 0.5. I'm done. Version 1.1.0 bycast that. This is what I want. Skyrim skill uncapper. Version 1.1.0. That was. See, it's hard enough to just do this, to like, whether you have it on your phone or on the same screen or on a different screen, to be able to just like alt tab back and forth. It's hard enough to do that, let alone trying to do it with like multiple different things going on. The potential for screwing stuff up is huge on my part. So there are no special install instructions for these mods that we've downloaded, as you see them over here. And what I will also start to do is I will hide installed mods. Yes. So that way we only see the ones that we have yet to install. And we'll start from the bottom because that was the first one loaded. Enchantment reload fix for special edition. Yes, please. I'm walking here. Yes, please. Mom's the word. Yes, please. Profile redirector. I'm gonna clear this out because again, I like some basic. I don't like it to be too long and wordy and hard to read or whatever. So we're gonna go back in, hide installed, yes. We're gonna check all of these boxes. I'm assuming that's part of it. All right, so the last one we did was Skyrim skill uncapper. So we will scroll down to where that is hidden, and engine fixes is the next mod on the list. Right click open. Here's some special instructions. That'll be fun. Stay at system page, right click open. Yes, I'm sure. Right click open and scale form translation ++. Right click open. So SSE engine fixes. We're going to download 1, 2, 3 files. The part 2 engine fixes goes into the main folder. And we're going to change some ini stuff. So, go to files, download part 1. You install this with your mod manager. Why is it being weird? So this is a plugin for SKSE that fixes. If I remember correctly, there's a ton of just random stuff that you didn't even necessarily know was wrong with your game before you installed this. Bethesda Net crash. Fixes a bug where NPCs in the player's cell will have their perk effects applied twice on game load. Like, some of this stuff really should have been fixed, but it's not. So thank God for people fixing it. So we're going to mod manager download this as per what it says we can mod manager download. Part 2, we're going to download and extract to the main Skyrim folder manually. So we're going to manual download. It did down here. And then there's a optional file, engine fixes memory patch for SSE 1.5.97. So is this downloaded with also, wow, Ian. This is with the mod manager. And we're gonna go ahead and open this. WinRAR is getting pretty aggressive. Okay, so first we're just gonna go ahead and follow this special instruction. I'm extracting all of the contents to my main Skyrim Special Edition folder, which is right here. You guys remember that? I've got the file opened in my extractor of choice. I'm just dragging and dropping. It says this destination has 2 files with the same name. We're going to go ahead and duplicate them. Overwrite. Close that. Minimize that. Good to go. So we're going to install this. We're going to install SSE engine fixes. And the engine fixes memory patch. Now this is a patch. I'm trying to remember. It said install patches as a separate mod. Patches should be installed as a separate mod in Mod Organizer 2. Yeah, so just wanted to make 100% sure. So we're going to call it SSE Engine Fixes Memory Patch. Perfect. I'm going to install both of these. Now that they are installed, we're going to open SKSE Plugins Engine Fixes Any. Which I totally know where that is. For the record, Skyrim prefs. Oh, I see. I wonder if, can you do this in here? Yeah. Okay. Apologies. So yeah, so we can get into that. We double click the mod, which will bring up, the mod's information in MO2. If you go over to any files, it'll pull up your innies. So we want to go to enginefixes.ini, which is right here. Boop. And we want to go to patches, lists. We want to go to regular quick saves, which this is DEFM. Yes, this is also alphabetical. So you get patches DEFMR, regular quick saves equals false currently. So it makes quick saves into regular saves, which based on what we read earlier in the guide, quick saves are bad. So this will turn quick saves into normal saves. Hooray! But we're not quick saving at all anyway, so it's fine. Experimental. Fixes. Warnings. Experimental. Memory manager. We're going to change this to true because we have the memory manager patch. use TBB malloc is going to be false. And then we are going to close, which will ask us if we want to, oh wait. We're going to, no, it'll save. It should save. It's got the little disc here. It's hard to see in dark mode. I don't know why I went into dark mode at the beginning of this, but I have done. So, okay, at this point, you click the little disc. It'll turn gray or whatever to imply that the mod is closed. Close it, and I'll just double check it to make sure it did work. So I think we'll scroll down here to experimental memory manager is still true. It used to be malloc is still false, so we're good to go there. So in your normal person's MO2, it'll be a lot easier to see. I don't think it auto asks you if you want to save though. It might, but I don't think it does. So you might have to, looks like a little disc. Super helpful. Okay, so that's that one. Hide installed again. So now we're going to, so that's SSE engine fixes, we're good. Close this. So we're going to system page, which we're downloading main file state system page SE files. State system page, which is this, I believe. Version 1.5.0. Yeah, because we're on Skyrim Special Edition, it doesn't say that per se, but one can intuit. Okay, so it's downloading, that's cool, so we're just gonna get out of there. Yes, I'm sure. This mod disables annoying message prompt asking if you share like the craft, improve, exit menu. Well, that's helpful. Poison menu patch? What? Oh, like, are you sure you want to poison this or whatever? Fun, yes, I'm sure. Boy, this dude does a lot of like good core. Another good thing, the reason that I like that these mod lists take so long to install is it gives me plenty of time to think about like my character stuff for the videos and what have you. Scale form transition plus plus. This plugin enables native transition nesting present within SkyUI as well as English fallbacks. Native translation nesting. Not sure what that is. Maybe it's so like SkyUI will translate to whatever your base language is. Maybe something like that, probably. Okay, so those three are good. They have no other special installation instructions. So again, we'll start at the bottom. System page is going to be a thing. We're going to hit OK. Yes, I'm sure. Okay. So, sure. Hide installed. Yes. Activate, activate, activate. Scrolling down. Nope, not double clicking. I really need a new mouse, but until then I just have to click really slow. We're gonna go down to right here. Whose quest is it anyway? And that will be the end of our essential SKSE plugins. Oh, fantastic. Okay, so mod notes. This plugin swaps the quest items cannot be removed message for more descriptive message informing which quest the item belongs to. So like it'll say, oh, okay. So, oh, you can't see it. This, I hate my whole life. So I'll take a screenshot right here. So instead of you cannot, whatever, it says like what the quest is in the top right hand corner of the window. Quest item locked by. That's pretty helpful. So files, we're gonna download, whose quest is it anyway? Just a regular old whatcha-thingy. We're gonna download. It's downloaded, fantastic. Everything's made up and the mods don't matter. Okay, so that's it for essential SKSE plugins. I'm assuming we could probably put the SKSE scripts in here. On the left-hand pane, does it matter per se what order they're in? I'm not sure. I would like very much to put that here for my own brain, but if not, that's fine too. Okay, so I'll make another thing for like base mods or something. I don't know. So we're gonna create another separator for unofficial game patches. Not because unofficial patches kind of sounds like talking about like patches for mods. So we're gonna go with unofficial game patches. And that's going to be the unofficial high definition audio project and the unofficial Skyrim special edition patch. So we download music HQ, voices, part 1 and part 2. Oh. Then I'll leave that there then. Oh. Alright, files, that's what I was doing. Won't matter for SKSE scripts. Okay, then I'm gonna put it back down here. I don't know why it bugs me, but it just bugs me. So music HQ, that's good. Close. Voices part 1, good. Close. Voices part 2. German voices. Spanish voices. French voices. Italian, Polish, Russian. I should put it in like oh, he's sneaky. Part of me because he's got down here, he's got the ultra high quality. Oh, I don't even care. I don't play with the music on it anyway. Oh, jeez. Listen to me. I'm always like trying to find like, is this the best version? Does it get more high quality? No, shut up. Yeah, I play that music on so that I could put music to the tracks when I edit the video, so it doesn't like sometimes because I have so I have like the UI completely off, so I don't know when I get into combat. Like I can't see where the enemies are and stuff, so it's like more intense. But one of the triggers was the music. It would start the combat music, and I'd be like, "Oh, here's a fight. Okay, looking around, playing safe, blah blah." But also, like, if I was talking to somebody and I had to edit out menus, which I do a lot, just so it's more whatever, the music is like a dead giveaway because it cuts, and like I can edit it to be better, but it's not. It's no good. It's still like super. You're like, oh, what? Takes you out of it. So this way, I put my own. I use like Skyrim and like Skyrim Unbound or whatever it's called, like the whole, not Unbound, Beyond Skyrim. Use their soundtracks. I use Vindswept. So it still works. Unofficial Skyrim Special Edition patch. Unofficial Skyrim Special Edition patch. Mod manage download. Please download. Oh, hang on. So I want to like, this thing is bonkers. Like going into like this is one of the ones that I take for granted, but going into like all the things that are actually fixed by this is bonkers. But anyway, so we're gonna go, so it's still downloading the voices, so we'll wait a second. So I'm actually excited because like I've always been, because I never played the original base game to completion. So like I always tried to make my playthroughs like more vanilla-esque, like vanilla plus, but like I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't know, whatever that guy's name is, Rim or whatever they call it. He's got like perks and magic, and I think he did Wildcat. I'm not sure, but he's got a bunch of like things that change the game. I'm a little excited to try the game. I realize it will be not necessarily full vanilla, but I'm excited to try it. I'm gonna hide this one. I can go ahead and install music. Unofficial, high definition audio. Wait, can these can be, because these are all main files, these can be merged together. Yeah, these can be merged together. Nope, I don't want to unpack it. No, thank you. Had to double check, had to triple check there. Oh, main should be separate, but you did merge. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't hurt to have, you know, like maybe I don't want, maybe I want to do a playthrough without like high definition voices. I could just uncheck it, but that's stupid. I do want to do a playthrough with I want to do every playthrough with high definition voices, so I'm just going to calmly wait for them to be done. I'm going to install this. Nope, I still don't want to unpack it. Quit asking me. So I'll tell you with the time, hopefully tomorrow I can start earlier. I normally want to try to start with my streams at 9 in the morning Central Time as opposed to 10-ish, but we're getting there. It's a process. But we'll probably stop after this section. We'll do perks and leveling, and then we'll move on. Voices part 1, okay, merge. And again, I really need to figure out, like, once upon a time I had buttons that would let me toggle between my screens. So I could press the buttons on my stream deck and it would go between my Mod Organizer 2 window and my guide window. But like this is already taken forever and like I can't. This is like a practical guide. The mod list installation. Like learning to drive with your cool older brother. I'm the internet's cool older brother. Okay, so that's all done and good and no unpacking, please stop. And I'm gonna check these boxes. I'm gonna create a new separator. It is intense. Perks and leveling. Well, I would like to, as I said, like when I started doing this, I wanted to be able to, I wanted it to be like good and thorough and detailed, and that's not really who I am as a person. So really it's just like, hey, look at these videos, and I kind of go through talking about stuff. And if you have questions, you can ask me and I'll ask somebody or whatever, but okay, perks ordinator, perks of Skyrim. Choose scholar. So is this, oh, you can increase speech. I thought you had to, does this include, I don't know if it does or not, but does it include, like you have to sleep to level up? Pretty intense. Okay, so, no it doesn't, okay. I think that's in like the survival mod, Bethesda survival mod. So, Ordinator overhauls perk trees of Skyrim with over 400 perks to improve the depth and fun of building and playing your character. It accomplishes this in a lightweight, compatible, and clean fashion. That's one thing. This fella, his mods are like pretty good. Now, this one, like obviously, I'm not going to read the entire description, but it like it makes a lot of changes. And this is what I'm saying. Like I usually like to stay kind of vanilla on the more vanilla side, but I'm excited because there is a ton of options here, and a lot of them is one thing I like too. A lot of them are in the same vein. Like you can take two paths. Like at level 30 in enchanting, you can be a staff channeler. So when you're using your staff, the enchantments will drain less and you gain enchanting experience. Or if you don't want to use staves, you take Thunderstruck. Weapon enchantments are 25% more effective when delivered by a power attack. I mean, you could probably take both of those if you wanted, but I'm just saying, like, the cool thing about Ordinator is that, yes, it does change a lot of stuff, but it changes it in a way that still feels like Skyrim should feel, if that makes sense. Anyway, so up we go. We're gonna download Ordinator 9.28.1 and Thief Skills Rebalance for Ordinator. So Ordinator 9.28.1, I managed to download. Did I typo that? Like, how do you spell? I typoed that. How many times do you really use that? Yeah, okay. 2 else, yeah, that one. All right, so it's downloaded. Cool beans, close. And then note, Ordinator is balanced for vanilla perk gains. Wow, okay, don't care about all those. Oh, that's kind of neat. I mean, I'm not going to install it. I'm just saying. So Ordinator has a version that grants a free perk point whenever skill reaches 50, 75, or 100. So like, it's a way of rewarding you for using your skills in addition to, because this guide uses experience, which is, I'll talk about that when we get to it, but this would be neat to add in because then you still get reward for using those skills. Anyway, thief skills rebalance for, oh, that's handled by the uncapper. Okay. Oh, the skill points and stuff. Modifications to game settings make thief skills more interesting and immersive. Using this file is recommended as long as you have no other mods that make similar changes. Okay, sneak, pickpocket, and lock picking. One of my problems, well, that's not true. I've never really used pickpocket or, I mean, lock picking, whatever, but I've never really used pickpocket. And usually when I sneak, I'm playing like a stealth archer, like people like to do. One thing I've noticed about my new play style is that with the UI completely off, I have no crosshair for my bow, so I can't really see to get good shots when I'm stealthed. So I stealth and I try to bow and then I miss and then I'm unstealthed because the people are like, hang on a second, that arrow just whiffed by my head. What was that? So this is going to be Ordinator thief skills rebalance. So like now I still want to try like a stealth character. I'm on the fence. I'm either going to do my Nord guy or a stealth character. But if I do a stealth character, then I can do more pickpockety stuff and I can use poisons, which I've also wanted to try to do. Incorporate more alchemy, take notes, that sort of stuff about like, because I won't be able to see what the effects do. Okay, eloquent reader, true scholar, and then less XP. I'm assuming, oh yeah, 500 experience when you read a book. Is that a lot? It feels like a lot. Anyway, 100 XP instead of 500. That's right, less XP. Yeah. Now, I don't know why this is always going to be my hang up the entire time. I can merge that in. Oh, it says it right here. Read the thing. Make sure to merge main file, optional file to, so the scripts ends up in the miscellaneous merge. This mod is included in miscellaneous merged. So we'll learn some stuff about the merge page. So this is going to be the eloquent reader. We'll just leave it. Name that. This, okay, merge, cool, activate, good. Experience. Gain levels by completing quests and exploring. Skills don't contribute to the character's level anymore. Close this. Description. Skills don't give experience, but they are capped relatively to the player's level for balancing reasons. Feel free to try not picking without actually giving yourself. Oh, I see. So this way people can't necessarily cheese it. Like you... Yeah, it's like you do like the stealth bug at the beginning or whatever, you level your stealth up to 100, then you start the game like level 10 because you leveled up your stealth so much. But then like you're level 10, it's like, what are you really going to spend those perk points on because your skills don't match? Heavily inspired by Pillars of Eternal leveling pre 4.0.1 and World of Warcraft weapon skill progression system. Full, okay, wait. So you have to level up in order for your skills to follow. Oh, World of Warcraft weapon skill per, okay, yeah. So like in WoW, back when, like in Classic, it only, like they went up 5 or 10 points per level or whatever. That's possible. I like that. I think I like that. We'll see how I feel about that in when I'm playing. I have to find a mod too that will get rid of the noise from leveling a skill. That's important to me. I have to remember to do that. No leveling flaws, XP sources, questing, exploring, clearing, killing. Do you use the killing? I didn't think I saw it. Skill caps. All skills cap at 18 by default, 2 per character level. Now, another thing I wonder, like I said, we'll see how I feel about it, but another thing I wonder is like, if you focus pretty narrowly, okay, that's good. At least then you're still moving. Like if you focus primarily on like one-handed, right? Like if you one-handed and for some dumb reason you don't block or you don't cast any spells, you're just one-handed, will you stay leveled enough to keep perking up your one-handed skill? Like if that's all you're using? I don't see it being a problem, but that's one thing I'm worried about. Like I'm worried about being like, ah crap, like I don't know. We'll see what happens. You can quit twist gain XP. Okay, yeah. I don't know why I'm like huffing about all this shit. It's probably not going to be an issue. I assume that in order to have all this set up, you guys know what you're doing. Okay. Well, I'm trying to be like, what about? Okay. That's it. That's all I needed. So we're going to install. Oh no, it still goes in here. Okay. And then make it up as I go along. We're going to go SKSE plugins, the whole folder. I'm assuming the whole folder. Yeah, okay. Yes. And then, yeah, close. Okay, custom menu file for my experience. What's this? Also, I'm interested in Omega. I don't know. We'll see. I gotta scroll down, experience any, click. Wait, do I mod manager download this? Do I give it a shot? See what happens. Okay, yeah. And then do I want to keep it in this special edition patches like framework for later, or can I name it something? Rename. Okay. So Lexy's. Oh, that's helpful. Experience any. Okay, so that'll probably be it because it's lunchtime at my household for today. But what I will do is I'll create another separator and I will do other bug fixes for that. So we know where we're starting from. I feel like hopefully one of these days I will get a good solid 9 to 2 stream to install these, because otherwise it's going to take me like a month. It'll take me like a month of 2-hour chunks to explain and read and discuss. That's fine though. It's a good series. It's good. It's a good learning experience for me. Such. So. Okay. So now we have, I think we had 3 active mods when we started. So we've added roughly 25 new mods here. We're actually into the mod list, which is great. And we've got some sections, so that's good. We're gonna hide installed here. We're gonna check out, we've used roughly 40 gigs somehow. What I'm afraid of is that the next update will happen while I'm still installing this one, if I'm dragging feet. I don't have to go back and restart, and that'll make me cry a lot. But yeah, so I don't think we have actually 40 gigs of mods in here. I think that it's taking up, because I have like a little thing for my OBS that tells me how much disk space I have. I will, but check a change log page. Oh boy. Okay. So I don't think, I'm trying to keep all the video footage without having a big mess, but okay. I can stop recording here at least. That will be it for today, and then, like I said, hopefully nothing crazy happens, and tomorrow around 9 or 10 we'll start on other bug fixes and keep going down. Thanks for hanging out. It's really awesome to be able to chat with you while I'm installing the mods, which gives a good sort of, maybe I should put the chat in the stream, probably not, I don't know, but it helps for clarification for people. So okay, let me go back to, I don't have like an ending soon screen, so I just have the starting soon screen. It's all my coffees. I probably don't need any more coffee. It's square at noon, so. Okay, but yeah, we'll talk to you guys next time we're around. Thanks for coming out.